Hey everybody, it's Lo and welcome back to my channel, Lo Without Limits. This video is all about the Guppyfriend, so if you want to see that, then just keep watching. I'm so excited to use this product and to make this video, and it is for the Guppyfriend, which I actually just got in the mail, so I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. So far, big fan. It's got water activated tape, so we know there's no plastic in that packaging. And here it is. This is the Guppyfriend. It is a washing bag. It has been out of stock a lot of places, but I got it directly from the Guppyfriend website. So it took a little bit longer to get here just because of, the things happening in the world, but it's finally here and I'm so excited for it. So the Guppyfriend is a washing bag that you put your clothes in so microplastics do not get into the water system, which is so important. And I feel like right now, microplastics have really been making a scene on Instagram and going out and about, and everybody's like, what's this? And learning about it, which is crazy because I feel like on my small business Instagram, I've been sharing about microplastics for a pretty long time. So it's super exciting now that people are finally opening their eyes thanks to bigger businesses and bigger influencers really sharing the harmful effects of microplastics and where they come from. So I'm gonna share a little bit about microplastics and why this is so good and why I'm so excited to use it the next time I do my laundry at Austin's. So like I said, I talk a lot about microplastics on my small business Instagram at Rain Every Day. And while I talk about it in terms of not using single-use plastics, because I do have a reusable products company, and single-use plastics will break down, they never fully disintegrate like a natural material would, and they would eventually become, years and years, decades down the line, microplastics. But that's one place where plastics come from, and from a straw or a plastic fork to break down to be a microplastic, that takes a very long time. But a lot of the microplastics, in fact 35% of the microplastics in our ocean, come from synthetic materials. So the fibers in your clothing, that's nylon, polyester, lycra, acrylic, polyamide, all of those are petroleum based because they're plastics, and plastic is derived from petroleum, which is a non-renewable resource. Don't got a lot of that left. And they don't fully break down, and as fabrics, fabric materials and little fabric pieces are already so small, so it doesn't take as long for those little fabrics that break off to become a microplastic and to make its way back into our water and into our food, versus a single-use straw. Yes, bad, yes, it will eventually become a microplastic, but that's gonna take a lot longer to have the harmful effects, whereas these fabrics and these little microparticles are already so tiny that it won't take them as long to break down. So how do these microplastics get into our water system? So like I said, 35% of the microplastics that are found in the ocean come from our synthetic materials. So this is all cotton, but a lot of clothes, if it says polyester or nylon or whatever, which it always says on the inside tag of what it's made of, a lot of that is these synthetic materials. 64% of the clothes produced today, right now, is made of synthetic materials, which is not good. It's more than half. And even half is not good. Why all these clothes are made of synthetic materials is because they're cheaper to produce. Even though the long-term health consequences and the long-term environmental consequences are a lot more expensive, but people don't think about the long-term effects of their t-shirt. They just think oh, this is cheaper, whatever, and fast fashion, who's just trying to make things quick, sell things cheap for everybody to just get and then use for 2 uses. They only care about their overall budget and saving money and making a profit. So they're cheap materials, cool, let's go for it. But those cheap materials, again, 64% of them are containing synthetic materials, and that gets into our water system. So when you wash your clothes, things are getting tossed and turned, things are rubbing up against each other. So all these little pieces are breaking off of your clothes. And then when your washing machine drains the water, it's gonna take all those little pieces with it. And that water goes into the water system, it does get repurposed, and a lot of the stuff also gets into the ocean. And okay, so it's in the ocean, but they're microscopic, right? They're microparticles. So the plankton will eat these because they're just, eating whatever plankton eat. I don't really know. And then who eats the plankton? Well, a little bit bigger of a fish. And then another big fish is gonna eat that fish. Another fish, another fish, another fish. And then all of a sudden, tuna, who's not eating the microplastics directly and they're not eating the plankton directly are getting this accumulation of microplastics in them. And we're eating tuna, we're eating salmon, we're eating all these other fish, these bigger fish that are allowing those toxins and microplastics to build up in their body, and we're ingesting those microplastics. On average, a person eats 5 grams of plastic in the form of microplastics every single week. Wanna know what else is 5 grams? A credit card. So that's like you taking your plastic credit card and just like, and that's not good. Like, nobody would eat their credit card, but we're eating a credit card worth of plastic every single week, which is wild. So since all these fibers are breaking off from our clothes every single time that we wash them, that is where Guppyfriend comes in handy. So I'm gonna open it up. So excited. It's really soft. So this is what it is. It's a pretty big size too. Fit a lot of laundry in there. And all of your clothes that have synthetic fibers in them, so anything but the nylon, polyester, anything like that, you throw them in this before throwing them into the washing machine. So you put them in this, zip it up, nice and tight, has this nice thick zipper, it's super durable. Throw this into the washing machine and it'll still get washed, everything will still get nice and clean, but when all those fibers break off, they can't make it through this material here. So they'll just end up in the corner, so when you get them out of the washing machine, you can just grab those materials and throw them away, because while they're not great, it's better for them to just be in the trash can than in the water system, because again, that ends up back in us. The trash can, again, not great, but if we're gonna have these synthetic materials, that's the best option of what to do with them. So you throw this in there, and then another way that all these fibers break off is through the dryer. So a lot of dryers do have a filter to be able to pick that up, and in the lint screen, a lot of that will capture all of those broken pieces and everything. So the dryer, yes, things will break off in there, but it is easier to gather and it won't be going directly into the water system. So in the washer is really where you need to pay attention. And plus, a lot of things you don't actually need to dry. A lot of things are best when they're hang dried. So you just get a nice little rack, let them hang dry for like a day or so, and they won't shrink. They'll actually last a lot longer because they won't be getting tossed around as much. And it's just better for the environment. You're saving energy. If you're like me and you have to pay for your washer and dryer, then you don't have to pay for your dryer if you just air dry everything. So that is one way to reduce it in the dryer, but a way to reduce it in the washer is with this. Now, if this is the first time that you're hearing about all these microplastics and these synthetic fibers and all the bad things that come of them, and you're thinking, oh my God, I need to throw away everything in my closet, don't do that. By throwing it in the trash, then you're just letting it degrade in a landfill, which is not good. Still wear your clothes as long as you can wear them. Just don't buy into fast fashion, buy into the trends, keep rebuying new things all the time just because it's in, and you'll wear it 5 times and then you won't ever wear it again. It'll just sit in your closet. Just be more mindful. Like right now, I have things with those materials in them. I'm not gonna throw them all away and spend a bunch of money on rebuilding my closet. No, they're still in good shape. I still like them. I still wear them often. I'm going to wear them often until they no longer fit or until they fall apart, because a lot of times these fast fashion synthetic material items don't last as long either. But I will get as much use of them as I can. So don't just think, oh no, everything's horrible, throw it away. Like, no, keep what you have, use what you have, enjoy what you have. You already spent money on it, you're already using it. But if it doesn't fit you or you don't like it or you're over it, don't throw it in the trash. You can repurpose it. You can use it for a craft or make something new out of it. You can sell it online. I actually have a lot of my stuff listed on DePop because it's still in really good condition. It just isn't something that I plan on wearing anytime soon, or it doesn't fit, or I just haven't worn it in so long. It's just taking space up in my closet that I'd rather give it to somebody else that will use it. And of course, they're getting it at a cheaper price than what I purchased it for, since I did wear it before, but it's all in good condition and they can get something that to them is new and will give this piece of clothing a new life and just more usage out of it versus just throwing it in the trash. And if there are things that I've had some things that I've listed and just don't sell, so you can send them to ThredUp. You won't get as much for your clothes, but it's still going somewhere, and whatever they don't accept, they will donate for you, or you can take somewhere and donate for yourself. So for me personally, I'm near a LGBTQ youth center, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't worn a regular bra in so long. I am right now, but I have 2 bras that fit me perfectly and I wear. One's nude, one's black. That's all I need. Other than that, I wear bralettes. but from high school and then from gaining weight, losing weight, like I have different bras in different sizes. If I'm not gonna use them, why am I letting them take up my space? So for me, that's something I was like, where can I donate those to? Something like bras, you can take to a women's shelter. Always looking for undergarments and things like that. Again, I took it to the LGBTQ youth center because for me, I felt like that was something that these are children who might be looking for bras and different things like that, and if they don't have like familial support, and of course being younger, they don't have their own money to go and purchase these things to fit into what they want to wear. For me, that's where I'm gonna donate my clothes. So I've done that with dresses, just different things that I'm no longer wearing, and I think that they would actually get a lot of really good use out of. Donating is just really, really great. What is annoying about what I donate though is I'm kind of just like average, 5'6", average size, I'd say, like not super petite. I'm not, you know, I don't wear any like larger size clothes, but people are in all shapes and sizes. So no matter what shape and size you are, I think you should donate your clothes because they're always looking for different sizes and different ranges that, yes, I can donate all I want, but I'm only going to be helping a specific group that is my size. So definitely, I think donating your clothes, selling your clothes, just giving them a new life and new purpose. Don't just throw them in the trash can just because you're over it. Try to let them live on as long as they can, because ending up in the trash can isn't great. They've already been produced, they've already existed, so definitely let them have another life. And then moving forward, as you are buying new clothes, just shop more mindfully and a bit more consciously. Make sure you're looking at what the clothes are made of. And what sucks about good clothes and sustainable clothes and these ethical companies is like, yes, they are more expensive. And as somebody who's also been unemployed because of this current situation, it's hard to just be like, oh, I'm gonna spend more on something that I can buy cheaper. But that cheaper thing won't last. And the more expensive thing, yes, it's more expensive, but it's giving people better paying jobs and it's better for the environment. And for me, while I don't have a ton of money to be spending on these clothes, I have enough to vote with my dollar and to make a difference. And the more people who have the funds and have the means to vote with their dollars for things that are sustainable and good for bodies and are good for our planet, then other companies will start to catch on, and all these fast fashion places will be like, oh, like people are actually buying this instead of our junk. Maybe we should do the same. And then as more people catch on, then the cost of these more expensive natural textiles will lower, and more people will be able to have access to it. So if you do have the means to be able to shop more sustainably and shop a bit more consciously, do that and do as best as you can in order for other companies to catch on, and then lower the price for everybody so everybody can be able to do this. So I know it's hard to say, especially right now, because we are all struggling, and like I completely agree, and I'm not saying like, yeah, just only buy these super expensive items, but if you have the ability, and again, you just don't need to be buying fast fashion, you don't need all these different things, just buy staples, buy things that fit and fit comfortably, and items that are good quality and will last and are more sustainable and well made is one thing. But if you are looking for more trendy items, for more specific things, shopping secondhand, going to secondhand stores, going to thrift stores, and yes, it takes more time to dig and really find something that you're looking for, it's worth it, and you're giving these items a second home. You're giving them a second chance versus them just ending up somewhere and you just wasting your money on, again, a trendy item that might fall apart soon. Another way to slow down on buying fast fashion in these cheaper items and also just save yourself money is if you have an event that you're going to, like a wedding or something, instead of buying a dress that you'll wear for that one thing and then won't wear again until like maybe 2 weddings from now in a year and a half, borrow from a friend or look at Rent the Runway. Just borrow something, find something that you can wear for that one thing and then give back. So again, that one outfit will have more uses versus you just buy something, you're looking around, buy the dress, you wear it once, and then like, when do you wear it again? It just sits in your closet. It's probably not a good material, and then by the time you're like, oh, I will wear that dress again, like 2 years later, you're like, ooh, it doesn't fit as well as I remembered. And then that's it. That dress had one use and now it's just sitting there. So like for things like that, for me personally, if there is something that I need to go to, one, I'll wear the same dress 2 events in a row. Just repeat the outfit or borrow an outfit, or if I'm gonna wear that dress once and be like, hey friend, we're the same size, if you need to borrow a dress, feel free to borrow this one. Can I borrow that one? Just kind of use your network too to borrow things versus buying things for one specific event. And I'm definitely guilty of that. Like in March, my cousin had a baby shower and I like didn't know what to wear and I bought a dress. And yes, we've been in lockdown, so there's been nothing else that I could go to, but that's the only time I've worn the dress so far. So just different things like that, and just being more mindful of your shopping and what you're buying and what you're buying it for as well is super, super important. So to sum it all up, our clothes, they have synthetic materials. And if your clothes do have synthetic materials, don't throw them away, keep them, use them, get use out of them, let friends borrow them. And when you wash them, use something like a guppy bag to make sure that those synthetic materials and those fibers don't make their way into our water and into what we're drinking and what we're eating. And when you are done with your clothes, sell them to someone else, donate them, let friends borrow them, just give them to different people who might be interested in them. And moving forward, when you are looking to buy new clothes, look at the company, look at what the material of this thing is made of, look at how often you're actually going to use it. Is it a staple item that will last you years, or is it something that you'll wear once or twice? Just really be a lot more conscious and mindful about what you're spending your money on, because again, we do all vote with our dollar, and if you have some extra dollars to vote with, use them, because it's so important for people to vote with their dollars so people that don't have that ability can eventually have the same opportunities that other people have. And to shop secondhand and borrow things from friends and family when you do need those one-time outfits or those fun pieces, instead of buying into fast fashion and letting these companies think that that's okay when they're using these non-renewable resources and just putting plastic right back into our environment. So definitely take a stand and just be more conscious and aware about what we're putting on and in our body. And if enough of us just bring that to light and share that information and let somebody know, like, hey, did you know that a lot of our clothes have these synthetic textiles that become plastic that we eat? Because a lot of people don't know this, and thankfully right now it is becoming a lot more mainstream. But to share with people who don't know that, and to just spread the awareness and share that information with people is so, so, so important if you have the ability to. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below what your favorite eco-friendly products are, and if you've tried the Guppyfriend, and what you want to see more of on my channel. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe. I upload a new video every Wednesday. So until the next one, thanks for watching.